You're surviving, but you're not thriving. This is the problem most people have. They want a better life, which is subjective. That's a universal truth. You want a better life, you want more happiness, you want more freedom, you want more money, you want to be able to create more memories, go on more holidays. Everybody wants a better life. There is not a point you could reach in life where life could not be a little bit better. You could not be a little bit happier. You could not be even more at peace than you already are. Everybody wants a better life. The problem is getting that and getting what you want from life, and more than you could ever dream of getting, relies on you learning how to thrive in this hyper-stimulated, fast-paced, distracting world. That's what most people can't do. Now, when I use the term survival, what I mean, not in an evolutionary sense, not how we used to survive, not hunting for food, not trying to avoid lions and bears coming to eat us, not in that sense, in the modern sense. As in, you're on such a low level of consciousness, you're stuck seeing life at surface level. You're more concerned with current affairs and gossip and mainstream media news, and you still believe mainstream media news. You haven't even figured that out yet. You haven't figured out how the world actually works. All of your focus and attention is just on bullshit, pretty much. It's bills and it's finding the next shit job that you're going to go to from this shit job. Just gossip and politics and nonsense, really. Now, I'm not saying paying your bills isn't important, but what I mean is human beings aren't here, don't exist, aren't present in the universe for paying fucking bills and doing all that irrelevant shit. We're here to enjoy our time. Now, in the modern sense, because we live in a world run by money, money's a big part of it, freedom's a big part of it, and we're in a system. We are in a system. You think about how money works, how the banks work, how life works, school, education systems, it is all one big system. This is what you need to be aware of. You can't do anything about it now, because if you're my age, we're already through like the school system and everything. You can do something about it now. What I mean is, like, you know, you're not at the point where you can stop it. You just need to be aware of it and understand or learn how to thrive if you truly want to get the things that you know you want to get. You need to learn how to thrive. You need to learn how to thrive. It's a necessity. How do you do it? It starts with mastering the body and mind. This is the vehicle in which you're experiencing reality. In your body and through your mind. Life is not happening to you, it's happening from you. Reality is created from within. You take in information with your five senses, right? Sight, hearing, taste, touch, smell. It's all objective, it's all factual. It's your mind and the code that you're running in your mind that determines what subjectivity you add to the objective stuff. That determines whether you look at life positively or negatively, glass half full, glass half empty, whether you're hopeful that you're going to achieve what you want to achieve in life, or whether you're fearful. So your mind is essentially the thing that's dictating what it is. It is just the way it is. Life is just life. It's factual. It's objective. It just is. You're determining whether it's good or bad. You can change that. And this will have a drastic impact on your life. But the first thing is body. It's body and mind. You need to master body and mind. But the first thing, the very first thing, is body. This is the physical vessel that you're experiencing life in. We are conscious beings having a human experience on earth. Our true being is just awareness and consciousness. But we're having a human experience right now in this life. Beyond this life, after death, we just return back to the state we were in before. And that's my belief anyway. That's what a lot of religions believe as well. But you need to master this. This has to be healthy. Think of this as the car and this is the engine. It literally takes you from A to B. It gets you around life. It allows you to type on the keyboard. It allows me to set up this camera and this microphone and think of these video ideas along with my mind. It's the actual thing in which we're doing everything. The body and the mind, very, very important. This is obvious, right? If your health declines, you don't have a life anymore. You can't do any of the things that you love to do. You can't provide for anyone. Health is number one. You've got to look after this. This has to be the priority every single day of your life. You need to train. You need to move daily. You need to hit your macros. You need to eat whole foods. You need to limit junk food and processed garbage. Hydrate. Supplement for cognitive performance, right? Give yourself the best shot possible at achieving what you want to achieve and feeling good. This is the foundation. Now, beyond that, what you then need to do is master the modern world. This is understanding dopamine. This is understanding, in fact, let's touch on dopamine a little bit more, right? Dopamine is huge. It's certainly not the only chemical in our brain that we need to know of, or hormone, or, you know, there's many that is useful to know about. But dopamine in this modern world, in a capitalist world where everything's run by money, you need to understand how dopamine works, because every single day of your life you're being exploited for it. These multi-billion-dollar companies, technology companies, social media companies, TV, Netflix, ultra-processed food, alcohol companies, all of it, fast food chains, they're there to make money because we live in a capitalist world. So their model and what they sell, what they have to embed within that is you coming back. Otherwise, they don't make as much money. Why do you think they're always just plugging new things on Netflix? Why do you think they make series that are 10 episodes long and 4 series long? To keep you fucking coming back, keep that subscription going, keep you hooked in. They leave it on a cliffhanger so you go on to the next one. It's how the world works. Fast food chains, ultra-processed food that you get from supermarkets, if they designed it where it was okay and you tried it and you thought, yeah, it's all right, I'm not really bothered, you wouldn't come back, you wouldn't buy again. If they design it in a way that's really, truly addictive and you want it fucking, you know, you finish it and you're thinking about getting another one, more money in their pocket. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, algorithms designed specifically to give you the next video that you want, to keep you on the app. The vibration when you double tap, the little animation, the colours, it's all geared up to keep you on the app. Now, why is this important? Because dopamine is key for your life and achieving what you want to achieve. Dopamine makes you want more of the thing that caused the dopamine. And this is, I mean, the easiest way to explain it is drugs. I used to use drugs heavily, so I can speak from experience with this, right? Cocaine, let's just use that. It's a widely known drug. A lot of people probably tried it as well, so they can resonate. You do a line, you feel it. I don't know the YouTube. I'm such a newbie on YouTube. This might fucking fuck my video up. I don't know. You do a line. Not long after, you're thinking about doing another one. Finish the bag. Not long after, you're thinking about getting another one. Because you want more of the thing that caused the initial spike in dopamine, and then that just continually drops off, lower highs and lower lows. And then you have none left. Now, you know how the come down feels, right? That's an extreme example in a condensed period of time. But what happens in your life is when you have no dopamine left, and it should be getting plugged into the work cycle, and spending time with loved ones and all these things that actually give us meaning and give us happiness instead of just cheap pleasure. Our life gets better when we can plug it into that, but now it's fruity vapes and it's porn and it's drugs and it's alcohol and it's Netflix and it's social media and doom scrolling. It's stripping us of our vital chemicals, our life force, and then you have none left for what you need to do, the shit that you need to do. So, you know, this is just dopamine, by the way, guys. There's many things you need to master in the world, with the modern world. You know, for men, lust, over-sexualized minds. We've all used pornography growing up. We all know the impact that that's had. Some people are still using it now. But we all know how addictive it was, or is, you know. Soft porn on all of these social media outlets and OnlyFans girls and You know, some people are still caught in all that. Some people can't break out of it because it's addictive, and it's all in the dopamine cycle. And it's not just, you know, I mean, that ties back to dopamine. It's not all about dopamine. There's many things. You need to understand how money works. You need to understand the system that we're a part of and that we live in. That's the external environment, right? You got to master the body and mind, optimize the vessel for success and happiness, not just success. Success, by the way, people just immediately jump to money. Now that's part of it, but it's not, you know, what's success to you? Might be a family, might be a load of kids, might be having the mortgage paid off. Success is just subjective. But that's what you want. You want success, you want happiness, you want peace. That's the internal, mastering the body and mind, and then you've got the external. The external is mastering the modern world. And routine and structure and all of these things. All of these things. Vices, habits. You know, you need a system. You need a system to master all of this. There's so much. This is just for your personal growth journey. This is not factoring in everyone else you have to care about in life. This is not factoring in any of your hobbies. You know, this is such a big thing that you must master, but it's such a small part of your life also at the same time, which is emphasizing my point. It's like you need structure and you need routine to get all of this in check. Otherwise, it's a non-starter. All of these dreams that you have of what life could be like and one day this and one day that, it will never happen. It will never, ever happen. And you will get to like 10, 15, 20 years from now and you will subconsciously or purposely, but it will become subconscious, forget about all of the dreams you have and just say, yeah, well, that's just not something someone like me can do. It's like 1 in a million that. Is it fuck? Is it fuck? You can create whatever fucking life you want. Whatever life you want. But you'll never do it without mastering the body and mind, mastering the modern world, and also raising your consciousness. All these problems, why people stay stuck in this cycle that I'm referring to now, is because they have such a low level of consciousness. You know, people don't even know what the word means. If I talk about it on my Instagram, I get people replying like, what are you on about? And I'm like, what are you on about? Not what am I on about? We are consciousness. That's what we are. We are just beings, human being. You know? It's social identities that we place on ourselves, like Josh. That's just a name I was given, right? But how much is attached to that expectation and a reputation that you act because you think you need to uphold your reputation or what your friends think about you or what people on social media think about you? It's just a made-up identity. And obviously there's something real in it as well. But all of pain and anxiety and worries and all of the stuff that is bogging you down and stopping you really going after what you want in life is stemming from something that is just made up culturally, societally. You know, you walk into work, you've got a job title, people treat you a certain way because of that job title, and you act a certain way because of that job title. You know, how do you speak on the phone versus when the doctor rings you, or you're speaking to the dentist on the phone? It's different. You're just wearing these different social masks all the time, and you can lose who you are in the process of that. When you lose who you are, you start slipping down a slippery slope. Which version of me is the real version? And that's why being aware of awareness and raising your consciousness and understanding what you actually are before who you actually are is very important. When I do breath work, when I meditate and I empty my mind and I just think about the fact that I am conscious and I am aware, nothing can harm me because my mind is empty. You know, that's valuable. It's insanely valuable. I meditate daily, multiple times a day. It's just a reset. It's a recalibration. You remember what you are. You know, even today, you know, this is coming from someone who's trying to preach this to you. I'm getting caught up today, like micro stressing. Not when I say I stress, I don't mean the same way that most people stress. You know, I'm beyond that whole cycle now. Like my stress is minor compared to what people make, you know, mountains out of molehills. But like today, I'm doing work, and I'm like oh shit, this, oh fuck, I forgot about this. And then I'm like, whoa. There's absolutely zero negativity that needs to be added to this. This is factual. Yeah, I need to do that. I don't need to add this shit. I'm alive. I'm existing. I'm great. I've had a beautiful morning. I went out and got some steps, got a coffee, came home, did some work, went and linked up with my my new Egyptian mate. He's a beast. Trained with him at the gym. Beautiful morning. Come back, felt inspired. Done some more work. That just remind yourself. That's the state you need to be in. That's how you achieve long-term success. It's like mastering everything that we're talking about here. And I know it's a lot, and I know some of it's abstract, but it's happening to you. You fall in this category. You need to know about it. It's not an optional thing. This applies to you. You are part of what I'm talking about. It's a universal truth. Some of it you may not be aware of right now, but you need to be aware of it. The benefit of raising your consciousness and tapping into this and understanding that you are just awareness is breaking free from the level of consciousness you were at, where all of the pain and suffering is, which is the surface level of reality. If I got 100 people in a room and I went round one by one and I said, tell me about the last 5 things you've worried about, every single person in that room would mention bills, money, gossip, some other shit, falling out with friends, just a lot of bullshit, on the surface level of reality. And when you raise your consciousness and you understand that is, I'm not saying it's unimportant or you can ignore that, it's obviously the reality we experience, but that is not what we were built for, that's just what we're experiencing. You raise your consciousness and you look at that stuff differently, way differently. You realize that you don't need to give it as much emotional weight as you have been. And most of your stress and anxiety has been coming from giving it too much emotional weight. It's all in your own head. That's my point with this. It's like an illusion. Once you break free of that, you can't unsee it. Those illusions where you can't see it. People are saying, wow, look at that, that's crazy. You can't see it, and you're trying really fucking hard, and then all of a sudden it just clicks and you go, oh shit, yeah, I can see it now. And then you can't unsee it. That's what it's like when you raise your consciousness and you become more aware. You realize all of the suffering you've been putting yourself through has been self-inflicted. Whatever you want from this life can be yours, and way more. Way fucking more. But it will never be yours if you don't learn how to thrive in the modern world.